The invasion of the island is reaching its climax as we find two people who haven't been telling the whole truth. In addition, we find out what David Talk has been up to since his explosion and expulsion from the Academy back in Season 1. Yu-Gi-Oh! Unleashed, the Rath of Jones Turner. I'm not apologizing for that one.
Jones?
That's how it's spelt.
Jones? You're finished. Submarine Royd. Attack his life points directly.
I guess the Royd deck came back.
No.
But man, to lose to a Submarine Royd, I can't even make a comment honestly because I've lost a couple duels with Submarine Royd in the old games. They just play lockdowns and then just attack directly continuously. It's boring and annoying. Submarine Royd's unironically one of the best Vehicroids. Oh! Draco?
Sorry, What the heck? Hugo? Draco?
Haven't seen you in a hot minute.
What are you doing out here? I thought you were staying back at the ship.
You know he couldn't stay behind. He probably jumped up and swam to shore.
I snuck off board because I came here
He
for
swam.
my own reasons. We came here to try and rematch Minus, didn't you? No, honestly, I swear. Oh really? Then why else are you out here? Like I said, I came off here to aid you guys because I had my own reasons. That sounds like rematching Minus to me. Oh,
That would aid us.
seriously, Draco, did he really get in your head that much?
Yes, he's going to be dealing with that throughout all of Season 3.
You know what? I don't have time for this. I gotta look for Jones. Wait, what? You lost him? Sorta.
More like haven't found him yet.
Long story. You better look for him. You know how incompetent he is.
You get a pinpoint on his dual pad. Right now he's dueling Percy, so... Alright. Now I should tell you folks that next is the finale duel of Unleashed, but I'm actually going to take a suggestion from S Code Knight in the previous episode's comment section, in that I'm going to detour into the David Talk Behind the Duels episodes, take care of those since they take place canonically within Season 2, and then once that's all done, we will come back to and finish Season 2. Just makes sense that way because, you know, the David Talk episodes are canon, and again, we are only covering the David Talks episode Behind the Duels. And then maybe after Season 2 ends, then we might go back and finish off the rest of them that are relevant. And maybe take care of Elizabeth at that time. Again, still debating on that one. She's in that weird hot spot where she's all over the place, kind of. There isn't like a specific point in time she works, she just is in there. Anyway. We're going to do the Heartland Dojo saga in between as well, but we'll worry about that later. Right now we're in the Magician's Purple Dorm. Or what's left of it anyway. Survived the best decks, apparently.
Magician's Purple. This place used to be one of the highest...
Could have used Arlesdale Castle.
Entire academy and what they've done to it.
He's still trying to figure out how a dual pad works.
There he is. Jones. Who's he dueling? Percy. He's one of the admins of the Baryon clan. That's not good. He won't stand a chance. Shh. They don't know we're here. And let's keep it that way.
I'm driving a car!
I'm waiting. And once I make my move, it'll be your last move. So I'm giving you one chance to surrender. That's a good one. That's an honestly good one. You are one of the lowest ranking duelists I have ever seen, Turner. The only reason why you're here is because of how desperate your father is of making you a successful person. So just make your move already so I can end this. It's gonna be destroyed.
Probably.
Percy took down Havoc for crying out loud. He doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, but on the other hand, that was Havoc. That's like saying I beat up Zack Pies from Excalibur.
Very well, but it's your funeral, Evolution Dimension Man.
Wait, how did you know I was from...
It's my turn.
This is the first hint.
Draw.
Imagine there have been little tidbits here and there. What?
You already
All right.
you idiot. Just make your move.
Oh, right. Sorry, that was the previous episode.
Well, in that case,
Use a card from your
I
hand.
summon to the field Performer C Boomer Ball.
Okay. It's got 0 attack.
I activate his effect, which lets me destroy one monster on the field. I choose to destroy one of your monsters.
He doesn't have any monsters.
But I have no monsters on the field.
That's not quite correct. For you see, the cards in your hand, which some are most likely monsters, are actually close to the field according to the duel pad. Therefore, I'm able to target them since they're technically counted as
What
being
kind
on
of
the
logic
field.
is this?
No, that
That's just
Okay,
wrong.
Boomer, use your effect.
Blows itself up.
Wait. Why can't I target them?
Because that's not how that works.
because these monsters are in my hand. They're not on the field. You can't target them.
Yeah.
Why am I...
It's a Jones Turner episode, so his stupidity is up to 11.
Quick, Boomer, deactivate your effect.
Deactivate your effect.
You
I
just
wish I could do
activate
that
it.
with some
Don't
monsters.
Deactivate it now. You have no choice.
Imagine if there was a card
but
like, you can
destroy your
deactivate
own
this
monster.
Oh.
effect.
Ugh.
I'll probably make that an archetype one day.
Fine then. I set Mirror Force and end my turn.
You don't...
Thanks for telling me what your card is.
Unless he's
Well,
lying.
that's the rule. You have to tell your opponent what you're setting.
No, you don't.
And who told you that?
Some guy in the same dorm as me.
And he was in the
Well, I'm
lowest storm.
surprised. I draw.
I think actually, I don't
Prepare
actually was more
yourself,
higher up with this Alistair
I
deck.
summon to the field the Liquid Lead Slug. Activating his effect, I draw a card. And I can activate a different effect depending on the card I drew.
Spell.
Since it's a spell card, I can now activate one of 2 effects. The effect I choose is to destroy your face down card. So bye-bye, Mirror Force.
Bye-bye. What if it was Mirror Force
I'll
Launcher?
help you in this situation. Now I
It was
summon
certainly a
to
Mirror
field my
Force.
Liquid Lead Starfish. And I use these 2 monsters to build the overlay network. I overlay my level 3 Liquid Lead Slug and Starfish to Xyz summon Ponyon, the Liquid Lead Stream.
What's up?
Cool. I didn't know I was battling a jellyfish.
He's not a jellyfish.
I mean, he kind of is.
Forget it. I activate my spell card.
Can't tell me you can
Liquid
look at
Lead
that and don't
Offering.
think jellyfish at
This
least a
spell
little.
card allows me to get rid of all of Ponyon's overlay units, but in return, you take 500 points of damage for each of them. And this is only to soften you up. Honestly, this is going to be one of the easiest duels I have
Do you
ever
have the field spell?
participated in. Ponyon, do your stuff!
Uh-oh.
He has no attack points.
You stand no chance, Jones. No chance!
He took damage?
Wait. Why did I take damage?
That's because of the face-down trap you destroyed.
He lied.
What? That's not Mirror Force!
No, it's the trap card Performer C Formation.
You got outsmarted by
When it's
Jones
destroyed,
Turner.
Any effect damage I would have taken this turn is inflicted to you instead. So bye-bye.
You bluffed.
Yep.
No matter. That's a desperate move in order to try and save yourself from me. I set 2 cards and end my turn.
Where the liquid lead
Well,
didn't
joining
even
the
destroy
Variant
any
Plan just to
monsters,
get
so
back at the
how did the
evolution
burn
dimension was a foolish mistake,
burn
if I
damage
say
happen?
so myself.
Meh.
If that
I guess
is
it's like
what you're
damage in
really
general.
planning,
How do you know so much about me?
draw!
There's more to Jones than meets the eye.
I use Performer C Turner Rath and Bolly Ollie and the Pendulum Scale.
I don't get it. Where's the skill coming from?
Here.
You're supposed to be a
When did
low
you
rank.
suddenly get good?
A
a loser. With these two monsters, I've completed my pendulum scale. So I now pendulum summon from my hand Performacy Reef Tail Magician and Performacy Rathogator. I don't get it. How are you doing this? And I also pendulum summon from my extra deck Performacy Boomer Ball. Where did Jones learn how to pendulum summon like that? You're about to find out. Now, since
Where you learn to pendulum summon like that? Well, he dueled a bit, so that taught him how not to pendulum summon.
Pendulum monsters on the field. I have 3 pendulum cards as monsters, so I can destroy that many cards. I'll get rid of your 2 face downs and Ponyon. No, I won't let you.
Reveal face
I
down.
activate my 2 trap cards. First, I'll activate Liquid Lead Cocoon, which prevents Ponyon from being destroyed for the rest of this turn. Then I'll activate my second trap before it's destroyed. Battle Mania. Your monsters must attack.
Alright, not a bad combo.
Wait. What's going on? No.
He's gotten good.
How did he... Oh, what a shame. It's not like I have a strategy to get past it. First, I'll use
Since when do you have strategy?
special ability. Since he's in the pendulum zone, he lets me add the Performacy trap card that you just destroyed back to my hand. And now, since Boomer Ball's a tuner monster, I'll tune him with my Rathogator.
Level 9.
You can synchro summon?
Yeah,
Yep,
could the entire
synchro
time.
summon, level 9. Performacy Cannonball
I learned this one from
Magician.
Yugioh.
Oh, and as an
It's a
additional
Viking.
bonus, I'll use Reef Tail Magician's special ability. It allows
Still
it to
better
gain
Viking
100
attire than
attack
the
points
Viking
equal
Raiders
to that
had
of
at
my
WrestleMania.
combined pendulum scale. My combined scale is 10, since I've gotten 8 and 2, so his attack points rise by 1,000. Now, that trap card prevents your monster from being destroyed, right? Well, there's nothing telling me that I can't put your monster face down, and that's Cannonball's effect. When he's summoned, your monster goes to face down defense position. No!
Now you got nothing.
Cannonball, attack! Ponyon can't be destroyed by battle. Then it's a good thing I don't intend to destroy it. When Cannonball Magician battles a monster that's in defense mode,
It's automatically destroyed.
automatically sent to the graveyard.
Ultimate
No!
Protector Tyranno much?
I don't believe what I'm seeing. I think there's something he's not telling us.
A lot of things, actually.
How can you do this? Now, Reef Tail Magician! Attack his life points directly! Go! Splash magic
This would be
attack.
game.
Not so fast! I summon Liquid Lead Cephalopod! With this monster's effect, not only can I summon it from my hand, but I negate your monster's attack. Ah well, I'll get you next time. I set 2 cards face down and end my turn. He didn't even tell me what he was setting.
Who are
This
you?
whole time? You know, you were right about earlier. This is going to be no problem for me. No. I will not allow this low-ranked duelist to beat me.
Sure you will.
Chaos! Draw!
He's gonna bring out a Chaos Draw against
No.
Jones Turner.
I know that technique. It's the same one Minus used to get the card to beat me.
Except he lost. Oh wait, no, Minus used the technique. Sorry, I was thinking of Havoc. Got mixed up.
I activate from my hand Silent Coast. Its
Field
effects
spell.
will come into play later. But for now, I'll tribute my Liquid Lead Octo to use its other effect, which brings Ponyon back from my graveyard to the field.
In defense.
But he won't be staying. Because now, I'm giving him an upgrade.
Thanks to the field
Go!
spell.
Rank up Magic, skip Chaos!
Or this.
Oh no. Rank up, hey? Yep. Now by discarding my Liquid Lead Fish, I can now rank up my Liquid Lead Ponyon into a Chaos Xyz that's double its rank.
Double.
Now let's go, Chaos Xyz Evolution!
Going for the ace already.
Appear before us, rank 6! King Red Wave, the Liquid Lead Ocean! That's his Chaos Xyz monster?
Yep.
I don't know where this skill came from, Mr. Turner, but I'm putting an end to it. Now, Silent Coast gets rid of King Red Wave's Chaos Overlay unit, but that's so his effects can activate. Battle! King Redwave! Attack his monsters! Oh, and here's a little surprise. When King Redwave battles a monster, they're all destroyed, and you take damage equal to their combined attack.
That'd be enough to wipe him out.
Attack! Performer C Cannonball Magician! Go!
Jones Turner is smiling. This is weird. In a cocky way. That's what's your favorite Duel Unleashed so far? Honestly, it hasn't changed from the last time we asked, so I'll just move on from there. Yeah, this is the big reveal of Jones Turner the entire time. He has been more than meets the eye. See, we always see him as being a complete idiot, moron, buffoon, but, could that all be an act? Have we been duped this whole time? Now, granted, this is a bit of S-Code Knight trying to change a bit of the past for those who are annoyed with Jones, but, you know, I don't think the thing comes right out of nowhere. If anything, it just comes you're surprised by it. It's like, what the heck? What do you mean he had intelligence the entire time? Well, yeah, everyone has some intelligence. Well, okay, not everyone has some intelligence. There are a lot of people who don't have any intelligence, and those people are in Congress. But that's beside the point. So I couldn't resist. But yeah, Jones has had his moments of brilliance every once in a while, to be fair. It's just, most of the time he's an idiot. And actually, this is kind of funny because he's actually bringing up things from his past, like he learned how to synchro summon from Yugioh in that tournament duel, and he learned how to pendulum summon correctly when he dueled against Spitz. So technically, if you think about it, these aren't out of nowhere. It's not like he's suddenly breaking out ritual monsters or something. And yeah, he's showing off his full competence against Percy, who is back to the core just like, what do you mean? What are you talking? Who are you? This is the entire point of the forget. I'm just gonna give away all of Jones's reveals now. I should stop. The point is, I'm liking where this is going so far, and Percy's completely off this game about what the frick is going on here. I'm liking that. Let's move into part 2 before I spoil literally everything. And now for part 2. Let's see what Jones was smiling about, shall we?
I got you, Turner. Go, King Redwave! Attack him!
So an Adokana.
I don't think so. I play the quick play spell, Performer C, Bubble Illusion!
Oh?
With this spell card, none of my Performer C monsters can be destroyed by your card effects this turn.
Nice.
What? No! Yep. And that means this battle is still on. No! I won't let that happen! I activate the effect of Liquid Lead Starfish! By banishing it, along with my Liquid Lead Slug, I don't take any damage from this battle.
But you had to use it up on your own attack.
My monster can't be destroyed by battle, so I'm safe. No matter, because now I know your weakness. Your monster may be big and bad with its destruction effects and its inability to be destroyed by battle, but if I can get past all that, dealing damage won't be too hard. Yeah? Well, good luck with that. I end my turn! I still just can't believe what I'm seeing. What's the deal with Jones and all this skill? Why would he keep all this hidden? Yeah. If he knows that Percy was from the evolution dimension, then how much else does he truly know?
Who knows?
My move! Draw!
It could be more than meets the eye.
Turner, answer me. Where did this skill come from? Were you hiding this whole time? That's none of your concern. Honestly, what should be your concern are the plans that you're probably gonna have to pull off sooner or later. What are you talking about? Oh, you'll find out what I'm talking about eventually.
Eventually?
Now, on with the duel. I play Performer
There's no time to be speaking
Schedule,
encrypted.
which adds one Performer C card straight to my hand.
Yoink.
Next, I'll use Performer C Bali Ali's Pendulum ability, which draws another Performer C card from my deck. Now I perform a Pendulum Summon. You can't. King Redwave only allows you to summon Xyz monsters from your extra deck. You can't Pendulum Summon. Pendulum monsters from my extra deck, maybe. But Pendulum Summoning can be done with monsters both from the hand and extra deck.
Ah, playing
Therefore,
around that
you
rule.
can stop me
Nice.
from summoning Pendulum monsters from my extra deck but you can't stop me from summoning pendulum monsters from my hand.
He's outplaying him. And knows ruling better than you.
That's actually correct.
How did you... Now, I pendulum summon...
It's actually more fun to see them be like, what the frick? What's going on?
And since they're both level 4, I use them to build the overlay network.
Now it's Xyz summoning.
Two? That's right. I overlay these two to Xyz summon Performer C Pengugician.
Okay.
Now I'll activate a familiar trap card that you may be already aware of. Performer C Formation.
That again.
And with it, all of my monsters gain attack equal to my combined pendulum scale times 100.
They have a fun
That's
little gimmick,
1,000
don't
extra
they?
attack for all of them, in case you weren't wondering. Now let's go, Pengugician.
In case you weren't
Get him!
wondering.
Whatever. More damage for me. Not quite. By using up one of Pengugician's overlay units, he can attack you directly this turn.
Oh.
Wait, what? No,
I'm around you.
And if I'm not mistaken, your monster's effect allows you to win the duel if I don't conduct my battle phase this turn. But since I did technically conduct my battle phase this turn, not only does my direct attack save all of my monsters from your King Redwave's effect, but me battling this turn also protects me from your monster's win condition.
Oops.
That monster has an automatic win condition?
How did you know about my monster's win condition? Simple. I read the cards.
Ooh.
Does that in our days, huh?
Yeah, seriously.
And my turn. So, are you gonna give up yet? Because if you don't, I do plan on winning this duel on the next turn. Or at the very least, this turn.
No. I have a goal to accomplish. I have a dimension of mine to punish. If I have to get through you in order to do so, then so be it. But I will not lose to a low rank like you!
I'll lose to an even lower rank.
I can't risk my Chaos Draw again. Not after Ridley.
Yeah, I ain't that dumb.
Try this instead.
Old-fashioned way. Heart of the cards.
This card isn't any use to me at the moment. But no matter. All I have to do is attack, and all of your monsters will be wiped out, along with the rest of your life points. King Redwave!
Is that worth the risk?
Before you conduct your battle phase, let me tell you a little fact. Pengugician has a nice little quick effect. It allows him to destroy one spell or trap card on the field. Why would you...
Because your field spell goes bye-bye.
You put 2 and 2 together? If you conduct your attack, I'll use Pengugician's special ability to destroy Performer C Formation.
And you'll lose
And
1,000
when I
life
do,
points.
Any damage that you would take is nullified, and I take it instead, meaning...
Ding, 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 ding,
You'd
ding,
lose
we
the
have a
duel.
winner. All of that effect damage will be dealt to your face instead of mine.
If I were to attack, he could activate his effect, and he'd lose.
If you don't attack, he'll attack directly on his
I guess
turn.
a little bit of the old you is still shining through.
Thanks for telling me that, Turner. You just cost yourself the win. Is
Oh?
it? Or maybe it's because I want to finish you on my own terms instead of yours.
No matter. You won't be able to resist this card. And my monster cannot be tributed or destroyed by any of your card effects. I set one card and end my turn. Fine.
So no Kaiju's got it. I'll just attack directly again.
And it will be your last move. Activate Trap. Liquid Lead Barricade. Now, not only is my monster completely immune to any of your card effects, but you must attack King Redwave if able. You have no choice but to do battle now, Turner. You shouldn't have told me your monster's effect. You've lost! In that case, I'll have to go beyond.
Go beyond?
Now, I pendulum summon from my hand Performer C Splash Maiden!
Okay.
Fine. More damage for me. I'm not done yet, genius. Now, normally I can use Splash Maiden's effect to destroy a card on the field, but that isn't going to work against your monster.
No.
So instead, I overlay...
Overlay again.
Reef Tail Magician and Splash Maiden. What? Prepare yourself. Come on out, great sorceress of the ocean, great sorceress of water. Splash onto the stage and show us your talents. No. No. No, it can't be.
What is this, a legendary Performer C?
Rank 7, Performer C, Splash Paladin! It can't be!
And yet it is. What you gotta say about that, huh?
Possible. Wait, pendulum cards like that exist?
He's got a Pendulum McZee's.
But cards like that are really rare. Only the best Lancers have access to those.
We were in a
How does
card
Jones
vault,
Turner of
remember?
all people have one.
Again, the card vault.
Where did you get one of those? Not really a time I'd like to answer questions.
Plus, my dad's rich,
Don't
so...
worry about his effect. When he's summoned, all other water monsters I control can't be destroyed by any of your card effects. He also gains attack equal to my combined pendulum scale times 200. Combine that with my trap card, and he gains 3,000 extra attack points. No! All he has to do now is activate his Pen Magician's effect. He can attack me directly and end this!
But what fun is that?
Or he couldn't. Now! Splash Paladin! Attack his King Red Wave! You fool! You cost yourself the win! Your other monsters may be unaffected by my card effects, but your Paladin isn't! King Red Wave, use your effect and give me my victory! Then go ahead. Activate his effect.
If you can. And then Esco catches it and rips it in half.
Very well then. Go!
Access denied.
Ah! If Splash Paladin would have been destroyed by a card effect, I can use up an overlay unit instead. Your monster survives, but you still take damage. This duel is over. Am I...
The monster survived, it still wasn't destroyed, but damage
What I saw?
was still inflicted.
Jones actually won fair and square?
Yep. He didn't lose
way.
a single life point. Just like
How
Blur.
did I lose to you?
Oh, yeah, I should think Blur took a few
Anyone
life
can
point
lose
damage,
given
but
the
still.
right circumstances. I should know. What is important right now is this war that's going on. And I think it's time for you and our guests to act on it. Isn't that right, Draco and Hugo? What? Wait, you knew we were here? What? You were here the whole time?
Yep.
Yeah, might as well.
What are you gonna do?
Surprise, boo.
Peekaboo.
Jones, what's going on? How are you? When were you? Well, let's leave those stories for another day, shall we? Oh, and
We
first
will
you
get back
can
to it, don't
drop
worry.
the act now. I think it's about time for you to do that anyway.
Mind erase.
What happened? Where'd he go? He's teleported between dimensions. I can't pinpoint where, though. No telling where he's ended up.
Do you just teleport between dimensions the whole time?
Let's worry about him some other day. Right now, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you, Percy. Hugo's got a point. What did Turner mean by, well, all of that? You know, dropping the act? What was that about? Well, I guess he does have a point there. What? What are you talking about? What?
Well, I think now is a better time than ever.
Are you saying you're a double agent?
Draco,
Quadruple agent?
recall the meeting that you had before you came here? Wait, how did you... Simply put, we have a spy working for the Barrian clan at the moment. He has earned their trust and has leaked this information to us. You're...
The spy.
Wait, that was you?
I remember this one vividly.
But I thought you were a member of the Barrian clan. That's only half the story. You see, I truly am from the evolution dimension, and believe in the cause of ridding the dimension of its perfection obsessions. However, the story of me being a part of the Barrian clan isn't quite what you think. After I realized that our dimension's goals were too obsessive and needed correcting, I decided to leave the evolution dimension, and eventually I came in contact with the Lancers. They interrogated me, and I explained everything about our dimension to them. The Lancers told me that they had experiences with cross-dimensional wars and whatnot. And it was truly through me how the Lancers discovered the evolution dimension and evolution summoning as a whole. After I
So it wasn't
explained to them
Yugioh.
about our dimension, they agreed that they would help me set things right, but on one condition. I would join their ranks, and they would study my evolution cards.
So learn it from you, Percy, not
I found
Yugioh.
comfort within the Lancers.
Yugioh just is how the information got out to the
My first
public.
mission was sought out for me. The Lancers were
And was a
secretly
scapegoat.
studying the Barrian clan for quite some time now, and my first assignment was to join them as an agent, and not only gain their trust, but gain information about their plans. So I followed their terms, disguised myself as an agent working for them, joined the Phoenix University Lancers tournament, and did everything I did just so I could gain their trust. Granted, I wasn't expecting myself to become an admin, but I guess I am quite a skilled duelist if I do say so myself, so I don't complain. So,
Agreed.
You're a double agent? Essentially, yes.
Yeah, I prefer quadruple agent.
You only joined the Barrian clan just to get on their good side and learn about it.
You surely did when you stole all those
Kinda
combine
doing a
with them
cruddy
and
job
become
of
one
selling,
cards.
if I say so myself.
Especially the invasion on the Lancer base. Did they know about that?
Draco, there's a right time
Just like when
and a
Rouge
wrong
the Bat
time
invaded
to learn.
GUN headquarters to steal the Chaos Emeralds to get more information on Eggman. It's like, couldn't you just ask them?
Trust.
Ah, well.
Now, I
Gameplay
don't
story
like to
segregation.
myself. Oh, really? Well, why now? Simple. The Barrian clan are losing the battle against the Organization of the Forgotten.
Badly.
The only leader still standing is Minus. And once he is dealt with, if he is dealt with, the victory will be claimed. See your point. Well, even so, how do we know we can trust you? How do we know you're not lying just to cover your tracks again?
You don't.
Point, Draco. I think this should prove it. Commander, the results are in. The Barrian clan is losing the battle against the organization. Excellent work, Agent Percy. Now, meet with everyone else in the rendezvous point. They'll explain the situation to our Lancers.
That should be enough.
I know that voice. That's one of the Lancer admins. That means...
That narrows it down. It's the one Hugo was with? And Draco was with?
I hope this is enough to gain your trust. I suppose. But I've got my eye on you. Well,
Watch
if that's
out.
the case, then what do we do now? Now, I suggest the three of us return to the rendezvous point. We must meet back with the Lancers so we can join the fight against the limping organization. Once the war...
The organization of the limping.
Very well then. Right, spying's over. And the clash between Minus and Mephiles is inevitable. Ugh.
Better delay it.
I'm gonna get so much flag for when I get back.
No doubt. You swam and they didn't catch you. That's not really, they stole a boat, but it's funny to think he just swam.
Was
How do they put the M's in the
everything you
M&M's?
said to Havoc true? Was it all true? I know it's hard to trust me now, Hugo, but I truly do care about the state of our dimension. And I know we must set it right. But for now, let's just worry about this. Thanks.
Still have a role model.
Glad to know that I'm not alone in this.
Let's go. Meanwhile,
So are you sure this is the place? Positive, sir. He's located here. Excellent. Then we can end this.
conference building. The sea is cut off. Oops. First, I think we reused. Yeah, whatever. That was for the
You know
invasion.
what they say about chests, Nicholas. If all else fails, go for the king.
Not a bad line. And interestingly, that was the same building that that Hugo and Draco broke into to try to fight Mephiles. Failed, but you know, it's good reuse. Who do you think will win this duel? Minus or Mephiles? I already know who won, so I'm not going to answer because that's a spoiler. So anyway, unfortunately we're not going to get to that one for a couple of weeks, but we will get to it. As for the episode itself, quite the interesting story that it's two people who are faking who they really are, dueling off against each other. And it was good to show that, well, Percy was the double agent the whole time. I remember that part about him. Didn't remember every single thing about him, of course, but I did remember that part. It's interesting how he is the one that brought evolution summoning to the other dimensions and not Hugo. Now, I feel like it's a small retcon, maybe, but it is. I could see it to be like, okay, Hugo got out to the public, meanwhile, Percy got it out to the higher ups so they knew about it, and then Hugo made the cat out of the bag. So it's like, well, we might as well let it all out and blame it on him as a scapegoat. I can believe that happening. Interesting to know that Percy wasn't lying about his beliefs and all that jazz. Just he does think that way, but he's not like blind to think that he has to burn the whole world down to get there. He's not that far gone. And then the double turn thing was interesting for both of them. Just, I'm not evil, I'm fine. I'm not an idiot, I've been playing you all, and he's been probably playing some of you all for fools. And me too, to be fair. I fell for it the first time around, but when you know, it does make some of the scenes just like, okay, that might have been foreshadowing, but also you're a friggin' moron. But then again, if someone is that stupid, you might start to suspect, okay, something's up here. Because no one was that dumb, right? I mean, some people are pretty dang dumb, but this is like suicidal dumb, I guess. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have said that, because I might get the... Anyway. Interesting twist about it. There was just quite some strong developing twists. And we're going to learn more about the truth about Jones Turner. But we'll wait for the next season to do that. I don't want to drop everything now. I already spoiled too much. And it's interesting development with Percy. And Draco just swimed the sword. It's like, I gotta get my win back. I lost once this entire season. This is supposed to be my season where I get all the wins. What's this L doing here? Gotta get my win back. And, yeah, we're going to be dealing with a lot of that in the future. But we'll deal with that later. Right now, we need a sideline to see what David Talk's been up to this entire time. So I will see all of you next time. Later.